Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Joe, 690 ADV. It's Friday. It's that time again. Yeah, weather's been pretty good here. Not too sure how it's been on your side of the planet, but it's been pretty warm here. You can get out and get some riding in and stuff like that, but the weather's changing. Be prepared. It's going to come in probably Monday, maybe Tuesday. It's going to be sweeping down from Canada, and it's going to get really cold. So if you're planning on going out and getting in it, you better bundle up or at least pack the right gear to be out in it. That Arctic front is coming. It's going to last all week, all the way into the weekend. But anyway, hey, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget our email as well, 690adv@gmail.com. Anytime. Ask me any questions, anything like that. I'll do my best to see if I can't answer it and help you out, either from looking for a bike or gear or anything like that. Also, speaking of gear and stuff, if you need anything, down in the description, yeah, our Amazon store and our eBay links. They're perfect and they help us out. We've done a lot of work. They're pretty inexpensive for what you're looking for. You may already be looking for it. Helps the channel out, and you also get some really cool stuff too. So don't forget, Amazon.com/shop/690ADV. Anyway, KTM, the 690 Enduro R. Love it or hate it. There's a lot of guys that love them and there's a lot of guys that hate them. But I think the problem is with the guys that hate them, they've never ridden one. They only look at what it is and how much it costs. But at the end of the day, sometimes you can pick up these bikes pretty cheap and you would be blown away at how amazing these things are. I like to call them the king. Maybe I'm biased, maybe I'm not. But at the end of the day, I do think it's the king. And long live the king. We're going to get into it next. Hopefully you guys had a good week. I know I said it on the intro. I just like to make sure everybody had a pretty good week. But yeah, the KTM 690 Enduro R. I'll tell you what, I like to call it the king because in my honest opinion, this is my opinion. You can have whatever opinion you like and that's okay. I like to say it's the king of the dual sports. And the reason I say it's the king of the dual sports is it all really starts right down there in that motor, that LC4 motor. Let's get a little closer into it. Yeah, it all starts in the engine for the KTM 690 Enduro R. The KTM 690 Enduro R has the LC4 motor. The LC4 motor has been around for quite some time, if you don't know much about it. How long? Yeah, since 1997. And it all started at the KTM 640 Adventure. It was in that bike until about 2007. Now it's 2021 and the LC motor, it's better than ever. It's super crazy reliable. And for a high performance engine, all the other manufacturers wish they could have a motor of this stature. Now the LC4, like I said, there's guys that are out there that kind of give it a bad rap. But you know what? It's really not. Every manufacturer has motor issues. Always. It doesn't matter whether it's Honda, Suzuki, Husqvarna, any of those guys, BMW, they all have issues. But I'll tell you what, this motor from KTM, the LC4, nothing but fantastic. And I would say today, I would put it up against any other motor on the planet. Yeah, that LC4 motor, nothing but fantastic. Performance, reliability, absolutely amazing. It does not disappoint. If you've never ridden a KTM 690 Enduro R, I highly suggest you get out and do it. This bike, look at it. I mean, look at the bike. It is nothing. If it doesn't get you excited, there's absolutely something wrong with you. The KTM 690 Enduro R is nothing short of amazing. This bike right here is just packed full of just amazing stuff. The R&D that goes into this bike is second to none. It's totally set up all the way from the ground clearance to the handlebars to everything. Leave it to KTM to truly just make a bike fantastic for a dual sport. And that's really why I call it the king, is because the way that this bike is set up, it's just really a super dominant bike that is so ridiculously road capable, but the way that it's set up, the off-road, it's really second to zero on any bike in the world. Yeah, leave it to KTM. They use nothing but fantastic parts on all of their motorcycles. And the KTM 690 Enduro R, no exception. From the Brembo brakes in the rear and also in the front, to the adjustable WP suspension, to the adjustable front suspension. I mean, all the way down, all the way. They do nothing but fantastic on the parts that they use for their motorcycles. The ladder frame. This ladder frame is chromoly and it's super, super lightweight, super durable, and that's what gets this bike the way it is. Light, super amazing, super powerful, and super awesome. All the way from the handlebars, all the way across the nice wide handlebars. It's absolutely awesome. So if you're thinking about a KTM 690, I'm telling you right now, nothing but smiles. The KTM 690 Enduro R, is it basically adventure ready? Not 100% right out of the gate, but it sure can get adventure ready and in a hurry. I'll tell you what, the KTM 690 Enduro R has so many aftermarket parts that you can pick up for this bike. You can totally outfit this bike and make it adventure ready in a snap. All the way from basically the 2-tank system that they have from the Rally Raid, to the new fairings that are over here that are taller, to the new headlights, to the Pannier systems, to the racks, to the tailbox, to all that stuff. You betcha, you can make this bike 100% adventure ready and ready to get out and do the business. Add more fuel, everything to this bike to get out and compete with any of those large adventure bikes, and not only that, totally outperform them anywhere on the off-road. Again, the KTM 690 Enduro R, pound for pound, is probably the best dual sport motorcycle on the planet, and probably will be for a while. Now, I'm not bashing other dual sport motorcycles. That's not what this channel is about. We're not out here to sit there and say that the KTM is just so much more superior than the DR650 or the XR650 or any other motorcycle that's out there. But when you compare weights to horsepower and what the capabilities of what the motorcycles are, I am saying that the 690 Enduro R is the king. And at about 315 to about 350 pounds in weight, depending on which model that you have, there's just not much that can compare to the KTM 690 Enduro R. So if you're thinking about getting a KTM 690 Enduro R, that is something that you need to factor in. Its weight to power ratio. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, there are a few things you need to do to this motorcycle to really make it road ready, but off-road, out of the gate, it's 100% ready to rock and roll. I would suggest definitely getting an actual dampening system for your steering to keep it from wobbling on the road at highway speeds, but other than that, she's pretty much set up ready to go right out of the gate. So anyway, the KTM 690 Enduro R, fantastic. You just can't go wrong with it. Anyway, with that being said, this channel is strictly about dual sports and adventure motorcycling, getting out and trying to find your adventure. That's really what it's all about. So we're not trying to downgrade other motorcycles. What I am trying to say is that if you are in the market for a KTM 690 Enduro R, I tell you what, you will not be disappointed. Granted, it does cost a little bit of money, but you really do get what you pay for, in my personal opinion. And there are other riders that are out there that will probably down below in the description will tell you that the KTM 690 that they own is nothing short of fantastic. Now, if this is your first time, I know I said it in the beginning, hit the subscribe, give us a thumbs up, be real quick about it. I don't want to get too much into it, but if you are looking for any gear or anything, anything from mirrors to handguards to GPS holders, any of that type of stuff, right down there, amazon.com/shop/690ADV. Don't forget about our podcast as well. Listen in, we got those going again, and we just really do appreciate you. Can't tell you how much. And hopefully this will sum up a little bit on the KTM 690 if you're thinking about getting one. Yeah, it's really kind of the king. And long live the king. You guys have a great weekend. 690 out.